Once upon a time, in a small and quiet town, there lived a man named Mark. Mark was known by everyone as a good man. He was polite, calm, and always ready to help others. He worked as a woodworker, making doors, tables, and small furniture for the people in the town. Because of his work and his kind nature, many people trusted him. Mark lived a simple life, but he carried a secret inside his heart, a secret no one knew. Many years ago, Mark married a woman named Emma. Emma was gentle and warm. She spoke softly and cared deeply about her family. Mark and Emma lived in a small house near the edge of the town. It was not a big house, but it was clean and full of love. They had 2 children together, a son named Ben and a daughter named Lucy. Emma believed her life was happy. Mark worked during the day, came home in the evening, and spent time with the children. Emma trusted him completely. She never thought he could lie to her. Some years later, Mark met another woman named Nina. Nina was different from Emma. She was strong, confident, and worked as a school teacher. Mark met her while fixing broken chairs at the town school. At first, they talked only as friends. Slowly, their friendship became closer. Mark never told Nina that he was already married. He said he lived alone and had no family. After some time, Mark asked Nina to marry him. She agreed, believing she was his only wife. They married quietly. Nina lived in another part of the town, in a larger house near the school. She had no idea about Emma or the children. Mark now lived 2 lives. On weekdays, he stayed with Emma and the children. On weekends, he stayed with Nina. When one woman asked questions, Mark always had an excuse. I have extra work. I must travel for a job. A friend needs help. Both women trusted him. For a long time, Mark believed he could keep this secret forever. As the years passed, things began to change. Emma noticed that Mark was often away on weekends. Nina noticed that Mark was never free during the week. They both felt something was strange, but neither of them knew the truth. Mark's children also grew older. They asked more questions about their father's work and travels. Still, the secret remained hidden. One day, Mark left town for what he called a long job. While he was away, Emma heard from a neighbor about a school event at Nina's house. The neighbor said Mark often helped the teacher who lived there. Emma felt curious and uneasy. She decided to visit. She told her children she was going to see a friend and walked to the house near the school. When the door opened, 2 lives met. Nina opened the door. The 2 women looked at each other in silence. Emma spoke first. Hello, my name is Emma. I know Mark. I came to say hello. Nina smiled politely. I'm Nina. I'm Mark's wife. Emma felt her heart stop. Your wife? She asked quietly. Yes, Nina said. We have been married for years. Emma's hands began to shake. I am his wife too, Emma said. We have 2 children. Nina turned pale. Slowly they began to talk. They shared details, his habits, his words, his promises. Everything matched. There was no doubt. The two women sat together for a long time. They cried. They felt angry, sad, and foolish. They realized Mark had lied to both of them. At last, Emma stood up. "We must talk to him together." Nina nodded, her eyes full of tears. That evening, Mark returned home. When he entered the room, he froze. Emma and Nina were standing side by side. "We know everything," Emma said calmly. Mark tried to speak, but his voice failed. "You lied to us," Nina said softly. "You broke our trust." Mark lowered his head. "I thought I loved you both," he said. "But love without truth is not love," Emma replied. That night, both women left. They could not forgive him. Mark stayed alone in the house. For the first time, there were no lies to hide behind. He understood too late that a life built on lies always falls apart. Mark lost everything he tried to keep, and he learned a painful truth. Love needs honesty. Without truth, love cannot survive.